Hello and welcome to this first lecture of this new section on creative idea generation. In this course, AI for problem solving excellence. So in this section, we will help you use AI for excellence in creative idea generation itself. And particularly in this lecture, we will talk about how can you use generative AI like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini to simulate multiple solution approaches. So, how do you think you can use generative AI like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini to simulate multiple solution approaches? Any thoughts on that? Right, let's take a look at that. So, there is a practical framework that we will unfold to you as we go forward of using generative AI like Cloud, ChatGPT, and Gemini to simulate multiple solution approaches, especially useful for problem solving excellence training. Let's take a look at how do we do that. So first thing what you need to do is to define the problem clearly for the AI. And there, it will be good for you to know that the generative AI, platforms work best when the problem statement is specific and context rich, and that should include things like goals, constraints, available resources, and successful criteria. Now, let's take a look at an example of defining this problem very clearly using this framework. So, an example would be in our e-commerce platform has a 12% cart abandonment rate. Budget for fixes is $50,000 and the timeline 2 months. Suggest multiple solution approaches, each with a pros and cons. So that would be how you would define a problem clearly for the AI. Then the next step would be to use role-based prompting. What you need to do is to ask AI to think from different perspectives to generate diverse solutions because diverse solution will only be generated if you think from different perspectives, right? And an example prompt would be, you can say, pretend you are a UX designer, a marketing manager, a data analyst, and a customer support lead. And then you can ask for a solution from each perspective. Now, why is this important? Because each role surfaces different problem angles, right? So asking from different, pretending there are different audiences that are important for the role-based prompting is very important. Then request multiple structured approaches. Instead of give me a solution, ask for several approaches with evaluation. And an example prompt would be that suggest 5 distinct approaches to reduce cart abandonment rate. For each solution, include short description, steps to implement, estimated time and cost, risk and mitigation, and expected impact. Now, what this will do is this will force the AI to simulate multiple possible paths, not just one best guess. So request multiple structured approaches. Use scenario variation, what if simulations. Once you have initial solutions, test them under different conditions. Say, for example, you know, uh, for above solutions, the solutions that ChatGPT has given, you could ask for the above solutions, reframe them with a 10,000K budget instead of 50,000K budget, right? And which you think will still work, and how would they change? And simulate these solutions for a market where mobile usage is 80% of the traffic. So like this, you can simulate different scenarios, right? Then ask for hybrid and unconventional solutions. If you want really creative solutions, you need to go for this. Encourage AI to combine ideas or think creatively. And how can you do that? Let's take a look at example. You could need to be saying something like this that combine elements from solution 2 and 4 to create a hybrid approach that works in half the time, right? Also, another example of that will be suggest 2 unconventional solutions that a startup might try. So ask for a hybrid and unconventional solutions like this. Also use generative AI for solution stress testing. Once you have a set of solution, ask AI to attack each idea, ask it to play the devil's advocate, and then ask it to defend and improve them. So both the things can be done by the AI. For example, you could be saying for each solution, list the top three reasons why it might fail and then suggest adjustment to fix these weaknesses. So you can ask it to play the devil's advocate as well as the supporter of that. Then convert AI output into a decision matrix after generating, approaches. Ask AI to format them into a decision table for easy comparison. And an example of such a table could be what you will see here now. The solutions are three which got generated at the top of the list: UX redesign, retargeting ads, and live chat support. And then you have the cost, time, risk level, and expected impact of that. So the you can like this convert AI output into a decision matrix. Then you integrate with human review. Because AI provides the breadth of solution. It gives you multiple options, thousands of options it can give you, and humans provide the depth of judgment. So what you need to do is to integrate both of them together, because you can use AI to generate 80% of the possibilities quickly. That's what it is best at. And then use domain experts to validate feasibility, right? So like this, you can integrate AI with the human review. Let's take a look at an example in action. You know, a telecom company uses ChatGPT to brainstorm solutions to reduce customer churn, right? And AI generated seven approach in terms of pricing changes, onboarding improvements, loyalty programs, predictive churn alerts, better app UI, proactive support calls, and exit interviews. And company tested three top approaches in pilots. And as a result of using those pilots later on, the churn dropped 12% in 4 months. So that's how you can solve the problem by using these novel, creative, multiple solution approach. What do we do next now? So in the next one, we will look at the second part of creative idea generation. And there we will see how can you use design thinking bots to guide users through stages of empathy, ideation, and prototyping. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on creative idea generation. I hope you continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions, and do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.